Hello, once again, this is Mark Averbeck, Deputy Sheriff, County of San Bernardino, and I'm the candidate for a Sheriff Corner election coming up. This will be my closing statement, and I want to make sure we get this statement clear because we have some technical difficulties on the videotape that was done by SEBA. And as far as I'm concerned, these issues are very, very important. All of our members need to hear all the facts. In reviewing the budget for the San Bernardino County for 2009-2010, the good news is our budget is balanced. It is a $3.5 billion budget, which has a decrease of less than 1%, or $29,717,000. We have reserves in place of $238 million, which I believe was a substantial increase from last year. As I recall, last year's budget was around $90 million in reserves. The Sheriff Corner budget is $427,652,000. This was an increase of 1.5%, or $6.5 million. We have an unemployment rate here in the County of San Bernardino of 11.9%, or 104,000 people. The unemployment rate in the state of California is 10.9%, or 2 million people. The high school dropout rate, like I said earlier, in my opening statement, is 24%. Our budget decreases that the Board of Supervisors implemented for the 2009-2010 budget are as follows. We've had decreases in the Administrative Executive Group, Contingency Board, Elected Projects, Economic Development Agency, Fiscal Group, which includes the Auditor, Controller, and the Assessor's Office, Public Support Services, Special Revenue Funds. The Board of Supervisors made increases in the following areas: healthcare, human services, law and justice to the tune of $8.8 million, which includes the sheriff, trial court funding, and probation. Also, we saw increases in capital project funds. Proposition 172 money is budgeted as follows. 70% goes to the Sheriff's Department, 17.5% to the District Attorney, and 12.5% to probation. It also should be noted that the Corner deleted 28 positions this year. What we're all looking for is leadership. Leadership to lead the Sheriff's Department into the next 4 years and hopefully 8 years. In order to have a successful strategic plan, it normally takes 3 to 7 years to carry out. And if I'm elected, I plan on doing 2 terms because I think it's that important on our long-term goals to be achieved. Some of these goals can be accomplished relatively fastly. However, a lot of them are going to take more than 4 years. Leadership is to do the right thing at the right time to advance and strengthen the organization. Making life and death situations in the field is tough. Making administrative decisions is much easier. I'd like to emphasize the points of my strategic plan. I intend on diversifying management so that we have a true representation of the people that are executive staff as well as our command staff. I intend on constructing guard towers in the chow halls of Central Detention Center as well as Glen Helen Jail. I want to bring back the K-9 program as soon as possible to protect the deputies in the field as well as the jails. If you've ever been on a felony car stop, which a lot of times the suspects will bail, or a high-speed pursuit, or chasing for a barricaded suspect in the building, the dog is a great tool to have. It's shameful and unconscionable that we don't have canines in the largest county of the United States. I want to implement an academic and athletic program for our troubled youth. We have a 24% high school dropout rate, like I said already. I also did a survey inside the jail. I interviewed 100 male inmates, and out of the 100 male inmates, only 70% of them did not complete their high school education. Out of the 100 female inmates that were interviewed during the survey, 81% of them did not complete their high school education. So you look at the numbers here, with the high school dropout rate and the issue with the people in jail, most of them never completed high school. So the question is this: is it more likely than not for a person who has a high school dropout rate to end up in jail? And the answer is an absolute yes. I want to work with Sacramento to change the way we modify how we house inmates. I want to work on better classification of inmates to protect our deputies as well as our staff inside the jails. I want to modify our off-duty employment policy. Like I said earlier, San Manuel is a professional organization that could offer part-time employment to our deputies. I want to work with human resources to change the way our promotional process is conducted. And under my administration, deputies will not work for free on extraditions nor modify their schedule due to late arrests. Successful managers in the private and public organizations utilize a framework known as managing for results. The core tasks of managing for results are as follows. Define the desired performance. Focus management attention on critical pathways. Identify issues in the pathways. Develop and implement strategies. Measure performance and report performance. Now the question is this for all of us. How would you measure performance of the current administration? If you think they're doing a good job, then you vote for my opponent. If you think they're not doing a good job, then you need to vote for Mark Averbeck. And you use the performance to increase and strengthen the organization. Implementing a budget and getting it passed is based on the needs of the organization. Public administration is a process of setting goals, objectives, and policies for the managers and our employees to follow. Our Board of Supervisors have economists that are paid very well to forecast the future economic trends. Every position we have has been approved by the board, so they know well in advance the funding required to fund every county department. I dedicated 24 years of my life enforcing the laws here in San Bernardino County. Quite frankly, I believe I put more people in jail than any one of our current administrators. I will be a better sheriff because I have the knowledge and leadership skills to pave the way for our future. Our fellow deputies went to CEPA for help to make the working conditions safer at CDC. Our current administration is aware of this. Do not turn your back on our fellow officers. Vote to endorse Mark Averbeck. Thank you very much.